this is Scott from Scott Shop Media. Today is Monday, August 17th, and this is what is happening on the mountain. We'll start off with a quick 2-minute review of the weekend, and then if you have time, stick around and listen to the updates in more detail. We have just 2 Caltrans projects affecting your traffic today, both on State Route 18 and on State Route 330. Down to one lane on Highway 18 in the Sky Forest area until later on this afternoon. And of course, it's the ongoing bridge construction project, which they're about ready to wrap up in the next week or so on State Route 330. Far as your weather, we are still about not even quite halfway done with the excessive heat warning that was originally issued on Friday. It is expected to last through Thursday afternoon with high temperatures and very little relief at night. And of course, there is possibility of some more monsoonal moisture and thunderstorms through Thursday and into Friday morning. We don't currently have any fires burning on the mountain, although with that monsoonal moisture, we did have several lightning fires, maybe 4 or 5 of them on the mountaintop on Saturday, and then just a couple of new ones yesterday. Right now, they have all of those fires. They were mostly just single snags, so just one tree on fire, maybe some bushes around those trees, some vegetation around those trees, but they were all relatively manageable, and they are all pretty much contained. There's no threat to the mountain. And there is a chance that we'll see some more drift smoke. That was kind of a prevalent thing on Saturday. Smoke from fires outside of the area. LA County has 2 big ones going, and there's a lot more up in San Luis Obispo County, and they may be wafting this way later on in the evening. Over the weekend, we had 10 crimes reported, and we will I'll give you a rundown of what those are if you stick around after this update. Currently, there are 4 power outages affecting customers, all Southern California Edison customers, about 124 of them. Most of that is just scheduled maintenance. There are a couple of customers in the Seven Oaks area that are without power due to damage caused by a lightning strike. And there are 6 new COVID-19 cases reported across the mountain since Thursday. And then I can give you an update on where those occurred as well. So let's get into some details. If you're going to sign out now, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. For those brave enough to stick around for the next 5 or 6 minutes, here's some more details on our traffic conditions. Starting off up here on State Route 18 between Arrowhead Villa Road and Cuffle Canyon, down to one lane as Caltrans does some crack seal. So they're putting down new oil and new gravel until about 3 o'clock today. And so slow for the cone zone as they have you down to one lane to make those repairs. And then down here on the State Route 330 below the lower passing lane, the ongoing City Creek Bridge, East Fork of the City Creek Bridge repairs. Drove down there over the weekend. The bridge itself looks like it's primarily done. They have some guardrails to install leading up to the bridge just to help protect it from impact. And I think it still needs to be inspected and certified. So but they look like it's on schedule. Looks like it should be opening up in the next week or so. Weather. Of course, the heat is the topic of the week. Our excessive heat warning continues across the mountain region until Thursday evening. And for excessive heat and very little relief in the evenings, multiple days of very little relief from this. Thunderstorms are still possible across the region. Closer to Big Bear you get, the more likely they are to happen. But we do have some chances. It looks like maybe tomorrow might be our best chance during the work week for some thunderstorms. And hopefully those will have some rain associated with those, like we did on Saturday and Sunday. Big Bear Valley broke some records on Saturday with over 1.5 inches of rain. And so any fires that were started by lightning were well contained because of that rainfall. Yesterday, they had some rain as well. It lasted for a few hours. Not quite as much as Saturday, but enough to provide a little relief from the heat and definitely some relief from the fire threat. So, of course, we'll keep you updated on any fires as they potentially develop. We did have maybe half a dozen fires reported on Saturday or Sunday due to those lightning strikes. They're all well contained right now. Crews will continue to monitor them. They had an aircraft up this morning checking on all of them, and they'll have some patrols go out and just make sure they're remaining cool. But like I said, they were most of these were associated with some heavy downpour, so they were not much of a risk to the mountains at all. Lots of drift smoke entering our area this evening and through the next couple of days from fires up in LA County and even potentially from San Luis Obispo County as the wind brings them our way. You can definitely see the smoke and even potentially smell the smoke. But that's pretty normal. Right now, our air quality as a result of that is moderate, and hopefully it'll stay that way today. But definitely for a lot of reasons, both for the air quality and for the heat, curtail your outside activities until it cools down in the evening. About average fire threat for the mountain this time of year. There's no hazardous fire weather forecasted, no Santa Ana winds. Our fuel moisture still are in the probably average for this time of year. They're drying out slowly, but they're certainly not critical right now, which is always good news. Forest Service still calls our fire danger on the mountaintop high, which is good for this time of year. And our outlook looks average for the next several months, with the fire danger not expected to increase until through October and November of this year. 10 crimes were reported across the mountain over the weekend. Over here in VOE, there was both an assault and some sort of petty theft or robbery on Waters Drive. I'm not sure if those were related or not. Over in Crestline, somebody's car got stolen on Crest Forest Drive. Running Springs over the weekend, there was a call for vandalism on Palo Alto and Commercial Way in the downtown area. Running Springs. Up here, Big Bear Lake, Fawnskin area, there was a call for disturbing the peace. In fact, in the area, there were 3 different calls for disturbing the peace. And again, not sure if those were related or not. Down here in Big Bear Lake, there was a negligent discharge. They call it an accidental. I always call them negligent. Negligent discharges of a firearm. I'm not sure if that resulted in an injury or not. I don't think it did. But it happens a lot more frequently up here than we'd like to see that happen. And that was over there on Pine Knot Avenue, it looks like. Down the street from there, there was another call for disturbing the peace on Lahontan Drive. Another disturbing the peace over in Big Bear City on Big Bear Boulevard. And a petty theft on San Angelo Drive. And then down here hiding underneath the title in Forest Falls, there was vandalism on Wood Drive. Currently, there are 4 power outages affecting Southern California Edison customers across the mountain. Over in Twin Peaks, 6 customers are without power until about 4 o'clock as Edison works to upgrade their electrical equipment. Same over here in Lake Arrowhead, 88 customers without power until hopefully early this afternoon, 1 o'clock or so. Running Springs, Smiley Park area, there's 28 customers without power as Edison works to update their equipment. And the ETA for them is still to be determined. And then over here in the Seven Oaks area off the 38, just 2 customers without power due to damage to the power equipment from a lightning strike. Lastly, COVID-19 updates. We did have a couple of peaks over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but today we're back down to where I think it's probably a lot more manageable as far as the total new cases across the county. As we break it down by community, Angeles Oaks, as of today, 2 confirmed cases. A new case reported in the last few days in Big Bear City, bringing the total to 30. A new case in Big Bear Lake over the last few days, bringing the total to 42. 2 new cases in the last few days in Blue Jay, bringing their total to 11. Cedar Glen remains with 4. Crestline, 2 new cases in the last few days, bringing their total to 57. Forest Fall remains with 3. Green Valley Lake still has 2. Lake Arrowhead still has 11. 1 in Rim Forest, 21 in Running Springs, 10 in Sugarloaf, and 8 in Twin Peaks. You look over here, broke it down by geographical region. This is census regions. So the Big Bear City area, which includes Sugarloaf, Big Bear Lake, and Irwin Ranch, 40 cases. If you look based upon the population of that region, you can see an incident rate of 0.31%. And we can compare those percentages with other geographical communities as well as our county, state, nation, and the world as a whole. So we'll look at those. Big Bear Lake region, including Moon Ridge and Fawnskin and surrounding communities, you have 42 cases, bringing your incident rate to 0.73%. Forest Falls, Angeles Oaks, and Mountain Home Village, you have 5 cases, bringing your incident rate to 0.26. So Big Bear Valley in general, that's where the total is, total population, average percentage. Crestline, 57 cases. Lake Arrowhead, including Rim Forest, Twin Peaks, and Blue Jay, 35 cases. And Running Springs, which includes Arrow Bear and Green Valley Lake, has 23 cases. So you can see mountain-wide, 202 cases, 50,000 residents, bringing our average percentage rate to 0.40, which is significantly lower than the San Bernardino County average of 1.9%, California 1.6%, United States 1.6%, and worldwide 0.28%, which I wouldn't give a whole lot of credit to because there are a lot of countries that aren't doing nearly as well on testing their population as we are. So that number is just for comparison, but I wouldn't hold too much credibility to that. So that's all that I have for right now. I know that was a long report. They'll be shorter as the week goes on, a little less to report over the weekend. But follow along. We'll update you with videos and posts on our Facebook pages, as well as on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope, where you can find me at Scott Shot Media. Have a wonderful day.